That printing press. Starting up. Okay, let's move.
Yeah. Gross, you and Pacelli want to go through the back bed and I'll take the front.
Right, let's go.
Workout resumed.
I think he's off Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday or something like that.
And why didn't he want
Try the door.
He says he has an interview at 11, and that he wanted to make sure that we could run in the afternoon. And I said, no, that's a deal breaker.
Come on, open up.
Yeah. Anyway, I was going to let this Dragnet episode run out by itself because I'm streaming it. So once we leave the property, it'll stop. But maybe it's too much of a distraction. Phew, that's better. No. So far I'm on auto pause. Oh, start the heart rate monitor. Got it. As I say, the key's in the lock, and the lock is in the pannier. And hopefully we'll have a trouble-free trip, as usual.
Another time I'm going to try and adjust these straps, because what happens is that it keeps going up like that, and then I don't get the sunshade.
Oh, okay. Mine's the opposite way around. I end up with a crick in my neck because it comes down over my eyes, and I'm having to... I don't know. It's just the shape of my melon, I think. All right, I'm ready. You ready? Check. Trip meter 0. Yeah. Have you got 0 to 0? Yep. You're my witness. I'm your witness. All right, I'm going to head off. See you in a second.
Time 5 minutes. Distance 1.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 103. Workout average speed 19.51 kilometers per hour.
I've noticed a couple of times on Mount Doug by the park, there's a bicycle that's always locked up next to a tree. And I think what he lives somewhere that's quite a long way from the bus stop, and he rides there, locks up his bike, and then gets the bus. And that would be a good spot to catch the 39. But he parks quite a long way from the actual bus stop. I was just thinking what the logic behind that. And I'm just going to make sure that it's always on the same tree, because it might have been abandoned.
That's what I'm saying.
It might not have moved. But I seem to remember it has a lock and the helmet locked into the lock. I'll be glad when they finish all these constructions.
76 kilometers. Average heart rate 111. Workout average speed
Won't be long.
1 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. What? No, she should know better. And she's talking on the phone. Looks like Team West Coast are having a meeting on Lockside today.
Time 20 minutes. Distance 7.12 kilometers. Average heart rate 91. Workout average speed 21.42 kilometers per hour. Time for hydration.
Hello.
Zone 1.
I'm glad I got my vest on today.
Zone 0. Time 21 minutes. Distance 7.50 kilometers. Average heart rate 104. Workout average speed 21.4
What was that?
kilometers per hour.
Good. And it's especially bad where it's dappled, like here. Shadow and then sun, shadow then sun. Yeah. That's one of the reasons I don't have my lights on, so that when I touch the brake, you're alerted to me stopping.
Time 22 minutes. Distance 7.8
Yeah.
kilometers. Average heart rate 95. Workout average speed 21.
But I think there's two lights. The brake light comes on as well as the tail light.
Time 23 minutes. Distance 8.15 kilometers. Average heart rate 97. Workout average speed 21.32 kilometers per hour. Auto pause. Workout resumed.
We forgot your bucket and spade. I don't think they'll mind if you take a few bunches.
Zone 1. Time 24 minutes. Distance 8.51 kilometers.
Right.
Average heart rate 89. Workout average speed 21.33 kilometers per hour.
When I see guys like that, I always assume they're old-time Harriers.
Zone 0.
He probably was. Harrier. I used to not like this section, but now I don't mind it now. I'm getting better on the bike. I was listening to a very interesting podcast this morning about the invention of trousers. You know why they were invented? Because of horse riding. A lot of the people used to ride with skirts, and it would meet. Yeah. But with trousers, you're protected. You could ride for longer. They found a pair of trousers on a corpse in China, and they dated it to being 4,000 years ago. And they were woven pants. And they said because of the archaeology of the find, they weren't allowed to do a, Yeah, well, they had to do it without damaging the original. So they ended up deciding they were going to make a replica. They used the right yarn. They had to hand spin the wool. They had to use all the technology that the people would have had available. And the trousers were made up of 3 different types of weave. The legs up to the knee were one pattern. These were patterned as well. It's incredible. And the interesting thing was the crotch piece. It was made like a double cross that came up like a diaper almost, so that you could put your feet around the horse's belly and not stretch your trousers. But they weren't very comfortable to walk in because you had all this extra material. Yeah. But, it took, the combined brains of many experts, weavers, wool people. Yeah, well, that's their stock in trade, solving mysteries. But it was really interesting, and the nice thing was that it was from Deutsche Welle or something. It was a German camera crew. So there was a slightly different sense of humor when they had the animations. It was a different sensibility. It had a European feel to it. I'll send you the link. Really, really interesting, and especially the weaving part. How they had to do the weave. The legs were a twill, and then the upper part was something else. And yep. And they were showing the patterns, lift 2, slide it through, drop 1, lift 2, slide it through, drop 1, and it was interesting, just almost on a mathematical kind of way. The other thing was that they said that there was no available material nowadays to weave these trousers. They had to make their own yarn because it wasn't durable enough. I've seen that guy, yeah. It's not tartan. It's not tartan. It's some sort of plaid, nondescript green, pea green. Yeah.
At first I thought he was some sort of monk, but he doesn't wear anything on his head.
Well, they were also talking about how the trouser was spread over the steppes of Eurasia by the horsemen. And the people that they were confronting, the further north they went, the more interested in their trousers they became. Yeah, they say, yeah, forget the horse, I want your pants. I want your trousers. Hi. It's always such a relief when we get away from the cars, eh? Even just the noise is a relief to get away from, let alone the danger. Most of the drivers we meet are pretty good, but some of them, they have a blind spot, like that woman who hit the kid. There are some of those horses' tails that he was talking about as food. But they're almost everywhere. Just pick them young, I think that's the story there. And if you want to boil them in tea, you can.
Distance 10.64 kilometers. Average heart rate 103.
All right.
Average speed 21.30 kilometers per hour. Zone 0.
There is a campground around here that was advertising on Facebook. Oceanside Campground. I thought, in Sandwich? And that's right, off the end. If you go up Hunt Road, you'll probably end up at that campground. And it said on the website they're only accepting BC residents for bookings.
They're only allowed to accept them in the South area at the moment.
Well, that's probably what they've limited to, South Island. Yeah, well, maybe they haven't updated their website yet, but I think they're hoping that very soon they'll be able to tell the world, okay, lift the restrictions.
Time 31 minutes, distance 10.98 kilometers, average heart rate 118, workout average speed 1.26 kilometers per hour.
Not unless it's a dire emergency. Hello. George going to help his son move was probably considered marginal as essential travel. I think we know these three. Yeah. The one in the middle is the spokeslady. Hello. Is it just you and me, or are there other cyclists around? Where? No, I was getting some weird sound effects. I thought there might be a cyclist right on my tail. That's why I was asking if there were any other cyclists other than us. Hello, let's see what's here. Oh, nice. Celery, peppers. Oh, the whole shamoozle. Hi.
Those are little hot peppers.
I'm not going to take too many of those hot chilies, but I'm going to take some of these vegetables.
So do I.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's why you have a pack?
I have a pack today. I usually don't have a pack, and I end up with a trying to keep balance it on the way home.
Riding home with an onion in one hand. Yeah, well, I always come here first to make sure that I don't buy stuff in the store that I could have picked up from here. I'm not taking...
Oh sure, take the best one.
I try not to take more than I actually need. That's the secret. All right, you can have the rest of the peppers. Have it, have it.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, calm down. It's kind of the opposite.
I'm a bad man.
Well, it's kind of the opposite when they talk about politicians feeding at the trough. We're the opposite. We're taking the food that the pigs didn't want. We're getting it the other way. Anyway.
I listened to a talk given by York University in England, and they're talking about the walls around York, the medieval walls, and the pigs would, if they found pigs grazing on the ramparts,
Yeah.
they captured them, and then the owner had to pay four shillings or something
To get the pigs back.
But if they didn't do that, then they slaughtered the pig. And
You kept the pig.
4 trotters.
Oh.
Whatever trotters are, the legs.
The feet. Pig's trotters. Anyway. So, I bought potatoes. I don't
Yeah,
need to
you don't
take.
need potatoes.
I don't need to take old potatoes if I've just bought new ones. I think I'm good now.
There's some other peppers over there, right?
There's
Those are the hot ones. Want it?
Are they hot?
these are very hot. These are medium hot, and this one's sweet. That's a good one, yeah, the jalapeno. But those other ones, they're evilly hot, yeah. If you're making hot sauce, I guess one of those would be enough for a bucket load. I'll have this one. All right, color coordinated. Oh, and celery as well. Wow.
I took the best one.
Oh, thank you. You're a riot. Are you part of the Team West Coast meetup today? I saw about three Team West Coast cyclists just tootling around looking for each other.
Where'd you come from?
We came from Gordon Head. Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those really wealthy people then.
Oh, yeah, you know.
That's why we're here at the free food place.
Workout resumed.
Anyway, how are the animals doing? They're doing pretty good. Yeah, they're healthy, even though they're old.
Yeah. I remember that I was here one time when he was unloading the stuff, and I
Yeah.
Time 33 minutes. Distance
we used to have
11.52
piglets in
kilometers.
here.
Average heart rate
They're all
101.
great-grandfathers.
Workout average speed 21.03 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, well, he did say that one of them is a male and the other two are females.
Auto pause.
Well, that's the male wandering away from it.
That's us. Yeah. He seems to be less swollen. He had his scrotum was rather sore last time I saw him. Well, he's got a very good system going because he picks it up from various stores, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't ask questions, he just takes anything they give him. And what he doesn't want to give to his pigs, he leaves for us.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a good system.
Yeah.
It's like an open air food bank. It's an open air food bank for us.
Workout resumed.
Anyway, yeah, we're going to head back to Gordon Head now.
You've got batteries, so this is kind of cheating.
Well, yes, but I was just thinking today, we wouldn't have come otherwise. We wouldn't have done 11K each way just for some free carrots.
I went to the Apple Festival in South Spring Island.
Yeah.
It was opened a couple of years ago.
And were there a lot of e-bikes there?
Well, I admitted that I had took this one and I just about died because every orchard is down on the water and you have to get to the next one, you have to go up the hill and back down again.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, to tell you the truth, I mean, I use this as cross-training for my running. So when I'm not on my e-bike, I'm pounding the pavement.
good for you, yeah.
But I have the heart rate mentality because I know how hard I'm working on this bike
Yeah.
because my app is telling me heart rate 139, heart rate 150, that kind of thing. So I can work as hard as I want
Yeah, that's right.
and still schlep a lot of groceries.
Do you have a heart rate monitor?
I have a strap on my arm. The wrist ones are good, but they're not quite as accurate as the chest or the...
You don't do a heart rate, do you?
No, she uses me. I'm her pace pony.
Yeah, but my heart rate doesn't. Like if I wear my Apple Watch, but you have to look at it. I don't.
Yeah, mine is audible. I can hear the messages from above.
Slow down, it says.
Yeah, you're going too fast.
Too old for that.
Anyway, so we'll see. We'll cross with you on the trail
Maybe.
if we can catch you. Yeah, I was just saying. I was going to say to him that when he was telling me the Salt Spring Island story, that I've noticed that people on his kind of bike, even seniors like himself, can easily do 25k an hour. Riding with Rob, I can tell a lot of it is to do with the hardware. If you've got a good bike, you can go pretty much as fast as you want.
And don't forget, their bike weighs what? 20 pounds.
About a quarter of what mine weighs.
Okay.
I was just going to pick up that wind-blown litter here.
And maybe just put that black
Workout resumed.
on the top.
What?
That other basket on the top.
Oh, I see.
People can always get it when they go away.
Yeah, besides, there's a couple of us bags. Those are our bags, look.
Auto pause.
People leaving their garbage.
Workout resumed.
We're leaving our garbage for him. That's what he doesn't want. Anyway.
That's not a toy.
No, that's something smaller, much smaller.
Auto pause.
That's probably a flicker.
No,
Not a flicker?
no. I know what flickers look like.
I might be able to get a photograph of him, and then we can ID him later.
Nope, he's gone.
He'll be back though.
He gave them a whole bunch of cauliflowers. But I already have 2 in the fridge or 1 in the fridge.
Well, those were the ones we probably saw last Wednesday. He's putting them back into the pigs. Yep. Anyway, shall we go?
Yeah.
All right.